Hey! Welcome back to my studio. My name is Jessica and I make art videos. If you are new here, welcome. Today's video is going to be some of my favorite watercolor supplies that are under $20 a piece, which I think is great for you guys, especially if you're new to watercolor or a beginner. And at this time before Christmas, it could also be an idea for you to either give as gifts or to put on your list of things that you might want. So just a quick little note, I was not sponsored or anything like that. I either paid for all of these products myself or received them as gifts. So let's get started. First, we have the Sheen Hand Professional Watercolor Set. I received the 30 color set, which is over $20, but you can get the 13 color set for under $20. And these are not artist grade paints. They are the middle range for what Sheen Hand produces. There is the lowest tier, which I believe is called the Shami set. Then the middle tier is the professional watercolors that I have here. And then their highest tier is called the extra fine watercolors. So for the price that these are, I believe they are a great quality. I have used them, like I said, for a couple years, and they have been my primary watercolors throughout the videos on my channel. Next, I would like to talk about watercolor paper. So my favorite watercolor paper is the Canson XL Mixed Media Sketchbook, which has 60 sheets and it is 98 pounds. They also make a watercolor pad of paper, which is 140 pounds and it has 30 sheets. So this can handle a little more water than the sketchbook. These are not 100% cotton 300 GSM papers, so the watercolors will not react the same. But if you are a beginner or just starting out, these are the paper that I have used the most while learning watercolors. And again, the prices, I will try to put them on the screen here, are great deals for the quality of paper that they are. Next, I have the light pad or light box, and I wish I had known about this item sooner. This is great for transferring either your sketches or line art onto your watercolor paper. I have a video that I will link above on a review of this one in particular and a little tutorial on how to use these. It's a very thin, and you can find some of these online for under $20. There's some name brand ones out there that are really expensive, and this one's a not name brand and it's cheap and it has worked well for the job that it's supposed to do. Next, one of my other favorite watercolor set are the Fine Tech Mica watercolors. I got this one first, and this is a set of gold colors with silver. And this set goes for a little over $20, like $22, but you can buy individual, you can pop these out and buy the individual pan for under $10 each. And these are some of my favorite metallic watercolors. I enjoyed these so much that I purchased a second set. So if you want to try them out and just pick one color to start with, that would be something great that's, like I said, under $10. And my only tip with using these watercolors is that you sprinkle or put some water on the pan and let it sit to let the paint activate before using it. And they're very opaque. You can even use these on black paper and they show up amazing. So highly recommend these. So a few little things that I thought were worth mentioning. as my favorite supplies is this pencil, which might seem weird, but it is a Ticonderoga No. 2 HB soft pencil. And I have used many pencils over the years, sketching and drawing, and this by far is my favorite. It has a very soft lead that never breaks, and it has also a very soft eraser that when you're erasing, it doesn't leave those pink eraser marks on the paper. It doesn't really damage the paper a lot, and you can buy a 30 pack of these for under $10, and these are great pencils. And speaking of erasers, I would like to point out two of my favorite erasers. One of them is a Pentel High Polymer white eraser. This is a very soft, flexible eraser. You can erase very lightly without leaving any marks or damage to the paper. You can pick up a 3 pack of these for under $5. The other eraser I want to mention is the kneaded eraser. This eraser is great for 2 reasons. One, you can shape it any way you like. So if you want to erase a tiny part or a larger part, you can mold it to whatever size you need. And the next neat thing about this eraser is if you were transferring a sketch to watercolor paper and you want to put on your watercolor but the lines were very dark, you can just tap this eraser onto the paper and pull up the lead to lighten up your line work so it does not show through your watercolors. I found a 4 pack of kneaded erasers with containers for under $10. Next, I have a little spray mister. You fill it with water and you can spray it, and this is really good for watercolors especially because you can use it to either activate paint or put a light coating of water on your watercolor paper. And you could easily go to a dollar store and go into the travel section or bathroom section and probably find a spray bottle, or you might even have one laying around your house for you to fill with water and spray your paints. So this is also a cheap watercolor supply that you could use. Next, I have masking fluid. This is also known as liquid frisket, liquid tape, liquid paper. It's called a couple different things and it comes in different forms. This is a bottle of the masking fluid that you would take a brush or something to dip in and then put it onto the paper. This one I have here actually has a pointed tip or pipette at the end, so you can get very thin lines of it. And masking fluid is a neat product to use with watercolor because you can use it to put down on the paper, paint over, and then you can peel it up and it leaves a white area. And last but not least, the silver black velvet watercolor brushes. Now, these are decent quality grade brushes. They are a mix of synthetic and natural hair, so they hold a ton of water. You can find individual brushes for less than $20 each. And I would highly recommend a round brush. It's a great brush to start with because you can use the fine tip of the round brush to get really thin lines as well as wide strokes to cover the paper. So if you could only get one brush, I would recommend a round brush, and that's a very versatile brush to use with watercolor. So that is it for my favorite watercolor supplies that are under $20 each. If you know of any more watercolor supplies that are under $20 that you enjoy, please leave them in the comments below so others can find them. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, as I am over halfway to 1,000 subscribers and I am so excited. And next week I will be posting my studio tour, so I hope you guys come back to see that video. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!